So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. So Manchester welcomes yet another grand fixture, all present here at one of English football's grandest shrines. And we're underway. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Nicely aimed pass. And here's Messi. Can he put it away? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Rodri has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Neymar. Good read, needed to be. Goes to finish!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that has been clubbed away. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the
Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he's picked out the run. He might be in here. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's there! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
It's their second corner of the game. Great chance! No mistake! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
With a predatory goal.
That's really good anticipation too, Pete.
Haaland! He's done very well to get to that.
Haaland is offering a wry smile there.
And now they can spring out of defence. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Gullit. Oh, good Haaland! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every
chance for the header! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Haaland. Pinches it off him. De Bruyne. Can he spark a counter here? Kostic. Oh, good-looking ball. Picked out brilliant. There's the hit! Goal!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Goal! After 43 minutes is number 11.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
There will be 3
Tar
minutes added
kept
time.
aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he cuts out the supply. That is a great pick out. And the first 45 minutes are up. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game.
Now, to all members of the
And we
crowd,
are up to
I'd
the
like
break.
to ask you
Well,
to
give me a
join
moment to
in
get my
wishing
breath
our
back.
birthday
What
boy
a super half of
very
football.
special
Incident-packed,
birthday.
goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Substitution on the field, number 18, Bullets.
And we're off again.
Number 19.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Neymar. Oh, no joy this time. Nedved, a true great in every sense of the word. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And here's Shevchenko. And he's cut it out. He can get that clear. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Kostic.
The attendance for this
Oh,
match
well played, well
was
sorted out.
71,649.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
It's a mighty effort! That's really well cleared. And he was quick to react. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, super find. And he's in. Can he finish? Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So the lead now is 2.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, they can break here. Neymar. He's got away. Corner. So, third corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Shevchenko. He's one-on-one! Shapes to shoot! He has done it! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Substitution in progress.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Nedved. Konate. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gets his pass away. Well timed, excellent interception. Cafu. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Rummenigge. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And we are absorbing the energy emanating from the stands of this grand stadium that is the Giuseppe Meazza. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Hullet. It'll be a throw-in. Kostic. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty.
He rises! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Nantes clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So, a breakthrough already. Bellingham. Mbappe. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Zakaria kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Bruyne. Menu. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Chance for the header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Hernandez. Neymar, who's set up one goal so far.
Neymar, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Bullet! And he hits the net! They are right back in business!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
The goal scorer after 34 minutes is number 18.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Now it's Kostic. Another throw-in. And here's Hullet. De Bruyne. And it's Messi. Zakaria wins the duel this time. Bellingham. Aimed beyond the defence. Zakaria.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bastoni. And we hit half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Bellingham! Van Dijk. For Kostic. Hullet. Vieira. Hullet, a true great in every sense of the word. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a right smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He gets big! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Bastoni. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Can he finish? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cristiano Ronaldo! He scores! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Van Dijk getting this one clear.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Out of play for a throw. Zakaria. And he's in on goal. And there's the shot. They've done it. They've done it again. It is incredible.
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Neymar really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Hullet. Number 13,
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Nantes surely know by now that they've put so much work into producing the equaliser that they'll battle on for a winner. You know, it's all one-way traffic for them now, and they simply have to capitalise on it.
Has a look and plays it forward. Spread neatly.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Four added minutes on the board. And no, that was never going to make it. Kostic. And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. How would you summarise what we've seen? Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And already we're underway here. Bellingham stood up well to him there. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Shevchenko. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Quarter of an hour played. This man very much flavour of the month. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Haaland. Pinches it off him. He won't be happy with that one. Shevchenko. There's no flag. Great chance! He's delivered all right! Simplicity itself.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Madrid applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. 15 minutes till half-time. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Shevchenko. Hullet. Shevchenko. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gives it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Kostic, ready to try one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Kostic! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Hullet.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Marquinhos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Hullet. Shevchenko. Knocks it out wide. Played back in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rodri. Haaland.
At a time.
Messi. Aimed in towards the centre. And there's the end of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Up he goes! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's Hullet. Into the middle. Oh, what a climb! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
The attendance for this match was
Quarter of an hour into the second half.
71,649.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Alexander-Arnold. Messi has it out wide and in space.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution.
Vieira. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rodri. Now Davids. De Roberto. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. They want to be quick to recover this.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Couldn't squeeze it through. Messi.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Rodri.
Will be 1 minute added
Davids.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Up for a header! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats, the curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Vinicius Junior actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Gullit getting this one clear. And it's Modric.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Can he finish? There it is! There is the breakthrough! That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's in, and the finish! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
First quarter of an hour gone. Looking for options for movement. He's in here! Modric. It's Modric! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now there's a fine ball. Haaland is flagged offside. Ah, he's given it away.
That was lovely, that.
Played back in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Spread neatly. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's put paid to a promising move. White. Modric does really well to win the ball there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
White. Pass somewhat off target. Eder Militao. Bellingham. Mbappe. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Shevchenko. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Mendy. And the first 45 minutes are up. Reflections on the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
Take all lit-out bins located by the entrance gates. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Substitution.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Up for a header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Kostic. So, what can they make of this?
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Haaland. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mendy. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. It's Camavinga. Oh, super find. Eder Militao. Rudiger. And it's Rudiger. Mendy. Modric going full tilt down the left. Vinicius Junior. It's Bellingham. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nedved. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. He could be in here. No, that's been intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vinicius Junior. And he was quick to react. Nedved. Nicely weighted ball. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Haaland. Vieira. It's a goal kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Bellingham. Number 9. Modric. Coming on the field.
And he cuts out the supply.
Rodrigo. Number 13. Dani Ceballos. Number
Eder
4,
Militao.
Federico Valverde. Substitution
Rodrigo.
in progress.
2 minutes to be added on. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Shevchenko. That's that, the end. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day, sadly. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Haaland stood up well to him there. Rudiger cuts out the pass, and it's Nedved. York.
This is the time you need that pace.
White. And that is a little undercooked. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
White.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
First quarter of an hour gone. And he's in on goal. And they've got rid. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He is through here. Up he goes. Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He gets big. And he can clear it away. Oh, look at the space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
White. Nedved, the man we've all come to watch. Nedved cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
York! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
York clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that has been cleared. Son Heung-min. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that's well seen too. And he thumps it clear. And that has been cut short.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And the pass is intercepted. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Kostic. And there is the half-time whistle. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. How would you review the first half?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're just settling back into this second half. Conte. Kubo. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. York. Van Dijk. And it's Nedved. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. York! Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Hits one! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender.
He's had a hit! It's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus, and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Ronaldo could try cutting inside here. Now it's Kostic. Plays it in low. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. York. Can he spark a counter here? Taken back almost at once. Great chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 14.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Number 3, Dennis Irwin. Number 22, Mateo.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
17, Hey. Number 7, De Bruyne. Substitution.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
That's a little off target. Neymar. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There will be 3
Now
minutes
there's a
for
Can he finish? And another try! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! And that may just do it! Neymar at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Having... So that's it. It is all over. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Cristiano Ronaldo, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats, the curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. We have already started here. Good spot, he's seen the run. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And he's just the keeper to beat. Haaland! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Haaland! Goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still...
Can he finish? They've scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Haaland. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. White. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Neymar. Haaland. And Martinez! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
White clears it away. Haaland. Promising cross. And that's been well dealt with. Haaland on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been...
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, taken with style. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
And that's definitely not his best. Haaland, here's the name on everyone's lips just now. Yamal. Oh, and he's through the middle. And it's Belletti. Konate clears. Martinez, can he put it away? It's there! Half-time imminent! What a time to score!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. And the action is back on the way. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Haaland. Vieira. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Van Dijk. Kostic. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Haaland. Kostic. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Inter Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific.
Substitution for Inter, Erling Haaland. Coming on the field is number 7, Vinicius Junior.
Beckenbauer.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, easy pickings there. Rudiger gets it away. Corner number 2 then. Beckenbauer goes short. Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Kostic. Nedved in acres of space out wide. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's played him through. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Oh, what a climb! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
Oh, the less said about that pass, the better.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He could be in here.
Inter have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Kostic. Nedved is wide and looking to get onto this. Kostic. Cross from Kostic. Beckenbauer attempts a clearance. Skims one in. He can get that clear. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And there really are few places on earth quite like this. The grand cathedral of football that is the Giuseppe Meazza. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up. He's got the shot away! Goal, Norway! And that's got him off to a flyer!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly. Neymar! Really well taken goal. 2, and we've barely begun here. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Norway are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that's definitely not his best. Kostic. Cross to the back post. A mighty effort! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kostic. Can he stop it going out? And he's there to belt it away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nice interception, well timed. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Messi climbs up big. Decent enough try.
Neymar did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Chouameni, Van Nistelrooy, getting on for a third of the way through the game. And here's Van Nistelrooy. He's found a way through. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Vieira. No way through there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, that's been intercepted. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Neymar. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Norway have got it back and they'll have another go. And that has been cleared. There's the whistle for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
Just a quick reminder today, please refrain from parking outside this stadium. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats, the curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. So it's away we go then. Neymar, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now, what about a counter-attack? White making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
White, Adams makes the interception. De Bruyne. David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He has found the way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well.
Header! Goal! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, played right into his path. Vieira. White. Nedved, the man we've all come to watch. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
De Bruyne with the clearance. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played. well stopped.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Saka gets it away. Nedved getting this one clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It's a pretty loose pass. And he thumps it clear. That's a sharp pass. And it's Nedved.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Boca Juniors have got it back and they'll have another go. And he's there to belt it away. It's a goal kick. And it's half-time here. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs, and the half-time score, 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Neymar, David Villa, and it's hoisted clear. Nedved, and it's Vieira. Cristiano Ronaldo for Kostic. Kostic with the cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Boca Juniors. Oh, he's gone for goal. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Team still separated by the game's only goal. He won't be happy with that one. Cristiano Ronaldo, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Now it's Haaland. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Deftly away. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that has put paid to that. White is always looking to play quality balls. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar. He's got the shot away! And yes, it's there! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Boca Juniors grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And that's a superb pass. Chooses to go back, and he's had a hit. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Great ball, and he's in here. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Neymar. And there's green grass ahead of him.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now then, and the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. So a dramatic... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. So it feels like a pretty special occasion here in the capital. A bustling scene in the north of the great city of London, and a venue here which has housed some of the game's glitterati since 2006. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Kostic. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. And he's managed to get rid. And here's Hullet. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, it's hard not to pick out Benjamin Pavard, Peter. One of his standout strengths, obviously, is his pace, which he uses extremely well in order to deal with all sorts of opponents, especially the speed he's able to press with and recover in situations, both highly impressive.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Great pressure, plenty of it. Can he get it through? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alvarez, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Zakaria. Now it's Kostic. Well read, nice interception. Bastoni gets it clear.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
That's gone for a throw-in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rice. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. For Rice. Speculative strike. Kostic. Hullet, a player of legendary status. Oh, perfectly measured that. Vieira. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Vardiol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
And it's Gullit. Great ball if he can get there. He is through here. Haaland! Oh, split-second reaction.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And here's Vinicius Junior. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Rice. He's had a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Just about up to 75 minutes. And reclaimed it in a trice. Ronaldo is onto this. He gets big! And that's caused a worry or two. DiMarco is there to clear. And he was quick to react.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Courtois can claim that. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, that's well spotted. Interesting ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Real chance here! Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. So this beautiful arena in the outskirts of Munich, the epitome of aesthetic perfection and cutting edge, pretty much what the near-capacity crowd are entitled to demand. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Mbappe, Berbatov. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I think being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And he was alert to it. White. Bastoni running with the ball. And that has been cut short. Konate.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Kostic. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me...
And the finish! And through to the goalkeeper. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Wilshere. Haaland. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. That is a great pick out. He's found a way through. Beckham. And the pass is intercepted. Kostic. And it's Vieira. Bit of a communication breakdown there. Can he put it away? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He gets big!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira. Decent hit! They've scored!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
A 1-0 lead is... He's had a hit! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Haaland.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just eases him off the ball. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down.
Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover this. Big header! Rudiger gets it away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Shifted upfield. Oh, nicely intercepted. He's got the shot away!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
And it's Nedved. Kostic. Hit into the middle. Bastoni tries to clear.
Substitution in progress.
It's their second corner of the game. Well read, and the danger is averted. Chance! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Oh, that's a key interception. Nedved. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Haaland. David Villa. Haaland, great hit! Corner number 2 then. Nedved goes short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now they can spring out of defence. Zakaria. Kostic. Oh, played right into his path. And it's Nedved. They really do have to make something of this. Quick look, then place it in. Goalkeeper's ball. And that will be the final act. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And we are absorbing the energy emanating from the stands of this grand stadium that is the Giuseppe Meazza. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And he's been shifted off it. Konate becomes the latest member of the 300 club, another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers.
Kimmich, Beckenbauer, and Mendes.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
White is one whose deliveries we all know about. Zakaria, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's managed to get free. Oh, good spread. Germany are looking to break at pace. Neymar. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. It's a goal kick. Rudiger. And Konate. Oh, well played. Rudiger. Konate.
This is the time you need that pace.
That is a great pick out. Can he get away here? Look at the space here. And the shot! He rises! There it is! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Haaland demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, that is good. Super. Oh, that's ambitious. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Kostic, and he was quick to react.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Turns and goes back. He's in a great position. Shot a goal! He scored! Germany are all square. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Nuno Mendes.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He's found a way through, and that could set him on his way. Big chance! And it's come back out to him. He has done it! And they get themselves in front! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Iniesta. Coming on the field, number 42, Musiala. Number 4, De Bruyne.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's a chance! And we have our very first corner. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. It's their second corner of the game. Danger averted for now.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now that's well seen too. Musiala. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. I think we're just about done here. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, super find. Kostic. That has been cut short.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Well read, nice interception. Hakimi. Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira. That is good alertness. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. And already we're underway here. And that's really well manoeuvred. That's a shade optimistic. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pass is just off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Konate with the clearance. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Haaland absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And that is a little undercooked.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Pedri. Haaland! Haaland! It's an... Oh, what has happened here?
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And here's a player who has defined a generation. Nedved. Now that looks a decent ball. That is good alertness. He's gone forward. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the counter is on. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Yamal. No, he refuses to take the bait. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately... Chance! And again! It's in!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Neymar at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a...
Goes for the header! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Well,
Great hit! He scored!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing way.
And the first half is done. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's a little off target. Nice ball, and he might be in here. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Oh, he's been caught napping!
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Has a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. Yamal! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here! Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision. And the pass is intercepted. Nedved.
This is the time you need that pace. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Kostic. Shot a goal!
That's just playing it safe and simple. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Kolumuani. Mbappe! And the shot! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 10, Vinicius
We have got
Junior.
changes here, from both sides in fact.
Hadrian. Coming on the field, number 11, Dembele, number 22,
Neymar.
De Bruyne.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Dembele. He's through here. This might spell danger. Great chance! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Arsenal could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
There will be
Well, that's a
3 minutes
really
added
bitter
time.
blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Konate. It's a really well-measured ball. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. The scenery unmistakable, the atmosphere unbeatable, the noise irrepressible. Old Trafford again delivers. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Haaland. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. He'll fancy himself from here. Kostic! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Cruyff, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. And it's Messi. Now, can they get it back? Some front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, that looks a good ball through. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that is as far as they're going to go. Pull it. So it is still 0-0. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kostic. Rudiger. Konate. Here's Zakaria. White. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated. He's gone for goal! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. First blood drawn. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed. And here's a chance. Oh, off the bar. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Inter Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Ah, he's fizzed it forward. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi. Nice sequence of passes. And Torres! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Now, who's going to be first to this?
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now that looks a decent ball. Fiddles it through. And the first half is done. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
Here we go again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Fernando Torres. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that.
And the shot! And he was alert to it. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Oh, good read. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And he'll shoot here! And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. There's the hit!
The attendance for this
Almost
match
an hour
was
gone.
72,306.
Cruyff.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Terrific header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility. Inter really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. "1-0 as we head towards the end. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, and that should have been two.
Cristiano Ronaldo has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Fernando Torres. Number 7, Shevchenko. Number 14, Johan Cruyff. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number 24, Vinicius Junior. Number 9, Suarez. Number 21,
And he thumps it clear.
Neymar. Number 15, Rivaldo.
Rummenigge!
Taking place.
And that has fair fizzed.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
And it's Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
2 minutes to be added on. And Shevchenko! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Vieira taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today, to please drink responsibly.
Your final
Anyone
thoughts,
appearing
Jim?
intoxicated
Well, that was a
or behaving in
hard-fought
an
win
inappropriate
with
manner
a defensive
will be removed. Thank you
masterclass.
very
They
much for
backed
your
up their
cooperation.
goal with a resilience that was first class.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And this, of course, a part of the European scenery known for its great noise. Milan, the grand shrine to the game, the Giuseppe Meazza. And we're underway. Good spot, he's seen the run.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to Messi! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nedved, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well timed, excellent interception. Showing good feet. Konate. He's through here. Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's away! Now there's the shot! And he hits the net! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He rises! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And they're back on the ball again.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Mbappe. Schneider. Real chance! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Nedved.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zakaria. And it's Vieira. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Nedved. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And he's heaved it away. Vieira. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Haaland. Haaland proves just a little bit too strong. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So you hear the chants of easy, easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
For your safety.
And the action is back underway. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Nedved. Forwards and with intent. Zakaria. Van Dijk. Passing is crisp and sharp. The message is clear, none shall pass. And that's a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Always onto this, and he's intervened well there.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tchouaméni makes the interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. Konate. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Nedved. Tchouaméni did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Messi. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Kostic. Just about up to 75 minutes. Nedved. And he's quick to get it clear again. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's through here. Now it's Mbappe. He could be in here. Smoothly does it. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. And it's Messi. Nedved. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the referee brings it to a close. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Can he spark a counter here? That's a nicely measured pass.
Peter, I think there's a good chance that opposition strikers today will have their work cut out with Vitor Baia, simply because he's been a high achiever all through his career, and that winning mentality remains very, very strong.
Yeah, the judge keepers by absence of mistakes, and he makes very few.
I'd be happy playing with him behind me.
And it's Conte. Speculative strike. Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Conte brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Konate. And that's put paid to a promising move. Mohamed Salah, shot a goal! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead!
Arsenal clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one every...
Tries a shot! Oh, taken with style! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
This might... He's had a hit! And it's there! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
That's a really good execution, Peter, but you have to raise some serious questions about how he was allowed to take a touch like that.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Irwin, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. He's had it taken off him. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's Salah! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Half-time getting close now. And here's Haaland, and here's Neymar. Engages and forces him off the ball. Koulibaly did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bruno Fernandes. Zakaria promptly onto that, and that is that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar.
Oh, really well played.
Kostic. Well read, and the danger is averted. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through, but look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation. And we're off again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a sweet ball, that. Mbappe! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Arsenal clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Now, how often do you see that?
His radar picked up on that very quickly, and he was first to react.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Mbappe! And he's straight offside.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hwang Hee-chan. Conte. And it's Shevchenko. Some resolute defending there. Guti. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan.
Hwang Hee-chan really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Neymar. Neymar really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. The ball's gone astray.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Nicked it back promptly. He can run onto that. Kante did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Mohamed Salah. And that's that. Well, that